Merkel Media.
He put it in park, threw open the driver's door, ran out the side of the car, across the front of it, and jumped right off the side of the bridge in front of me.
The only people that really pulled over were truckers.
He said, we're going Hodge, and he didn't slow down. He went across the median onto the oncoming traffic, but where they could see him coming, they just got out of the way.
I noticed this plane was really low. He went right in front of us, hit the fence, and it spun around. 30 seconds more, he could have hit us.
But I went around that truck, and a guy stepped out from behind the truck and threw a piece of wood, and it shot through my window just like a spear and stuck in the back of the cab of my truck.
That's probably one of the stranger things I've seen.
Welcome to Hammer Lane Legends. I am Brian Merkel.
And I'm Brian Shipper.
If you have a crazy and wild story you would like to share with us from the road, or if you'd like to have a conversation with us about your experiences on the road, go ahead and contact us at hllpodcast@protonmail.com. That's hllpodcast@protonmail.com. Or go to the hammerlanelegends.com webpage, hit the contact section, and get a hold of us that way. Either way works for us. Just get a hold of us. Shipper, tell them about the voicemail line.
The voicemail line, short story, 5-10 minutes at most. Anything wild, crazy, wacky you might have seen. You leave a voicemail, 515-585-MERK, 515-585-6375.
Those peepers are working, huh?
Yeah.
Don't you have new ones?
That's all I've heard about.
I can shoot a gnat at 1,000 yards, but I can't see 3 feet in front of me.
yeah, exactly, right?
Oh,
and,
what else is going
what about
on?
Buy Me a Coffee? Tell them about Buy Me a Coffee.
Yeah, buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee. Keep us fueled. Keep us caffeinated at buymeacoffee.com/hammerlane. You feel like following the simple prompts there, you feel like contributing to the show that we do, have at it. If not, thanks for looking. I think there might be a gear page, your website. Go on that, see what we got. Leave a voicemail.
I'm sure that, leave
Let us know.
Actually, I think we have a couple of voicemails. We'll have to
No
get
shit.
to them. Yeah, I know. I got like 2 or 3 notifications this month. So we're good.
No shit.
I know. It's like it's
a little late now.
That's
I'm
great
voting for the felon, and that's all you need to know.
It's great to have him back in studio. I'm telling you, I've missed you. It's nice to see you back with your new peepers.
That's it.
And apparently they're working well, except for when you got to read something that's small. So
Yeah.
that's all right. That's what those are for. The cheaters. The cheaters come out. So
Vision my ass.
as everybody can see on the video, we do have an in-studio guest.
Yes.
In-studio guest. Introduce yourself. What is your name? Erin?
Erin. My name is Erin. No, I work with you two here at Pitt, Ohio.
Yes,
the Harrisburg terminal.
Out of our Harrisburg terminal.
Yeah. Well,
My second home
it is nice
from home.
to have you in studio. It really is nice to have you. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool.
It's an interesting experience. I'll say that.
See, there you go. And by the time you're all done, you're going to be like, we should do this again. Honestly, that is most people's impression when they're like really nervous at first.
Yeah.
And then you just start talking, and it's just talking. That's all. We're just enjoying a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that.
It's even Shipper. He's so quiet most of the time. He's not a talkative guy, but he gets in here, and he turns into a whole different animal.
By the way, I think McClure, with the little talk I had with Russell Scott, McClure's getting him a Trump hat.
Oh, nice. Do you think he'll wear it?
I don't know.
Well,
to be determined. Let you know on a future show.
Yes, we will find out, won't we? Well, so how are you doing? It's nice to have you in studio again. Thank you for coming and visiting with us.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for tracking through the traffic on a Saturday.
I know what a beginning
Freaking
to this trip, huh?
I mean, it hasn't been bad so far. Just traffic was. Those accidents were stupid.
It's
the one, like, when I got off the exit, because that accident on 81, there was a truck had just T-boned some sedan in the middle of the intersection.
Wow.
And then as I was waiting there, tractor trailer made a right-hand turn and almost took out the tow truck driver.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're just having fun all over the place. We're just making more.
I was like, I didn't get my phone out, record this shit.
Hits
Wow.
just
Like,
keep
he was
on
close.
coming.
He was really close.
Wow. It is, and I mean, it was when I looked at when Chip said that you guys were, stuck in traffic. I was just like, I'm like, where? And I'm like,
that's exactly what I thought.
I followed Google Maps out 78, and I'm like, oh, you get to the 81 split, and you're like, wow,
yeah,
and it's just
keep going
red.
south.
Yeah, it was red on 78.
It was
red
not
down.
fun.
Oh my word!
But it's like GPS doesn't warn you like before you leave that there was anything going on. It wasn't until like 3 or 4 miles till it was like backed up that it had even said anything. I was like,
isn't that crazy? You'd think it would say, like, hey, there's an accident. Hey, look out for traffic.
Yeah. Or reroute you a different way.
leaving our house. You can't get there from here.
Stay home. Park it, get on the phone, make us a phone call.
That's exactly
whatever you got to do. Don't bother going. Yeah, it's just, I'm sorry about that.
No,
but
it's all right.
It's nice
it was
to
all
have
right.
you in studio one way or
I
the other.
had my music on.
There you go. You're just relaxing and enjoying if you can do that, that's good. That's good. Because,
Yeah. I was just worried it was going to be like hours stuck in that because I didn't know.
Sure.
The screen, it just showed red for miles. And I was like, oh,
that's what it looked like. I mean, I was like, holy cow.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah. God bless you. Thank you for coming through all that just to get here to talk a little old us.
Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure. So you work for Pitt, Ohio. What do you do at Pitt, Ohio? What is?
Woo.
I mean, what is that you do?
She's the fastest manifester in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Are we interviewing you or are we interviewing her?
I just summed it up there. I apologize.
Okay, show's over. Thanks
for listening.
Thanks for listening. Keep the hammer down in Hammer Lane.
Peace out.
He summed it up very well. No, I manifest all the paperwork, make sure all the hazmat's correct for you guys. Sit at my desk and that's about it.
Well, I did. The shipper did tell me that you have another job that they kind of put on you. That there's somebody who has to go outside and put the placard.
They took the job away.
Oh, they took that back.
Yeah,
that's good.
That was like a weird thing. I didn't hate doing it. I mean, it got me up out of my desk and
if it's decent out.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
I mean, even when it was like raining, I didn't hate it.
No, I do.
It was more what I hate is more like when the drivers or you drivers come in, and not all of you, but there are a select few,
right,
that are like, "Is this done? Is this placarded?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then they get mad at me because it's not done, and I'm like, "I have no control over that."
Right.
And so I finally got to the point where I was like, "Well, I'll just go do it," and everybody seemed okay with it.
Right.
Like everybody was like, "Yeah, cool, it's getting done." And then out of nowhere, they're like, "No, it's a safety thing. We can't have an extra person out there." And I'm like, "All right."
Well, I was going to say, since when does that become the person who does the paperwork's job to put? I mean, the drivers know it's their job to put the placards on. It's not like it's like it's ever changed.
Well, let's just say it was a certain couple people from West Middlesex.
Oh, so let's not be too specific.
No, I'm not.
Let's not get any.
I'm not. She's not, but I can.
No,
because you know me.
I really didn't hate doing it because there are times where I'm sitting there and I don't have anything to do and it drives me nuts.
Right.
And so I would much rather be out being productive or doing something than just playing games on my phone. So
I don't blame you there.
It is what it is. I didn't hate it. I didn't it wasn't like my favorite thing to do, but I didn't hate it.
But the funny thing is, as you can tell, the drivers don't like doing it.
No, and that's like
it's like it's our job. And I know sometimes
we
it
look
can be
forward
a pain.
to no placard Friday.
If you got to play,
I
craft.
Get it. Yeah, no, I get it for the most part. If there's a lot, like I completely understand.
Right.
And for the most part, I try to make up. Like if there's like tote placards,
sure,
I will try to make those up. But if I'm like busy, like then no,
you can
I'm
do
not
about
doing it.
Right.
Us drivers call that arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
Yeah.
Romper room.
Yeah. So I mean,
speaking of romper room,
if there's a lot, I will try to at least make the tote placards.
That is really nice, and that's appreciated. It really is.
But yeah.
But it's not your job. I mean,
no, and it's not. And and at first I was like, why am I doing this? But then I was just out doing it one day. I was like, you know what? I'm not sitting there. Like I feel I feel unproductive. I feel.
I can appreciate that.
dumb just sitting there
That gives
just
you something
twiddling
to
my
do.
thumb sometimes.
Right.
It's not all the time, but there are times where I'm like, do, 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 do.
Right. That's because you actually do your job
She can
efficiently and
crank
you get
out
your
20
paperwork done.
manifests in
Right.
15 minutes versus a different terminal on the East Coast. In other words, our home.
Yeah. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say there are some big differences between ours terminal and a lot of the other ones.
Yes, there are.
That I've noticed. And I've never even been to any of the other terminals.
Just the view is so much better.
But just to like the way that things are done or the way that their paperwork comes into me, I'm like, this is a little different.
It's crazy, isn't it? You'd think it's just spitballing, but
it's the same company.
It's the same company. Everything should be uniform, right?
Everywhere.
Yep, uniform.
Right.
Everything is uniformly done on paperwork that all looks the same from
no.
every terminal.
Every terminal's different.
They are.
Every single one does something different.
And you know what I found years ago when we used to go lay out as road drivers and you'd sleep at another terminal? Mm-hmm. Everybody does something different on their dock work. Oh, well, you go into work, you can come in and work the dock. Mm-hmm. And then you go into work the dock and you're like, if it's, your first time going around the different terminals, you don't know how every terminal, because you're like, every terminal should do it the way, my home terminal does it, right? That's what we all learned. Nope, that's not what we all learned. That's not how we all do
that's
it.
Not how,
No, it's crazy.
That does blow my mind. It's like, I love the company as a whole.
Yeah, 100%.
But it does blow my mind how differently each terminal will do things.
Yep. I totally agree with that.
We have the same CEO, the same, name, like everything. Why
same colored trucks, same colored trailers.
Yeah, why is it so different?
It is strange. And at the same time I get it, because somebody in Ohio is learning the job from somebody in Ohio, and somebody in Allentown is learning the job from somebody in Allentown.
Exactly,
and that's just the way that they learn to do it, and whether things just got changed. So I understand it, and you, it's like it's fine. It's not like it's
telephone where things
just get changed just a little bit.
Whisper down the aisle.
It's like by the time you get to the end, it's not at all what it used to be. It's like well, I don't know what to tell you. That's the way it is.
Well, this is what you said. Well, this is what I heard.
Imagine what it's like going out to
we
the
don't do that.
How do they do it in Indiana? I don't know, but it ain't like it. It's just one of those things. It is strange, and it's fun, and it.
No, but I do enjoy working for Pitt, Ohio, like as a whole.
Yeah, I think they're a great company.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been here for a long time, and I'm glad to be here. And I think most people, if they didn't like it, they'd move on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's just I can't imagine being someplace that I hate it.
Miserable.
It's like, I mean, there are some days, but that's normal for everybody.
Everybody's got those days where they're just like, fuck this place.
Yep.
But for the most part, I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
Yeah, and that's good. That's really good. How did you get involved at Pitt, Ohio?
Ooh, that's a story.
That's what I was hoping for.
No, so I was a stay-at-home mom. I decided that I was going to leave my husband.
Uh-huh.
And my next-door neighbor, who happened to be one of my best friends at the time, him and his wife were like my brother and sister.
Okay.
And I was like, I got to find a job. And he was like, the lady who did my job,
Linda,
yeah. She had just retired.
Okay.
And so he's like, we're hiring. And so I did. That night, I just went online. I put in an application. And Jason Stank called me a couple days later and was like, hey, come in for an interview.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, that's how I got started at Pitt, Ohio.
That's fantastic. How long are you there now?
Oh, 3 years. January coming up will be 4 years.
Goes by quick, doesn't it?
Does go by quick.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
But, hopefully soon we'll be out of the office.
Cool.
I mean, I love my job.
Yeah, of course.
But
she wants to drive.
I do.
That's awesome.
So that means that's quicker I can get out.
Amen, brother. No, that's really cool. So you want to start being I guess you just joined the apprenticeship program, right? Is that how they'll work it for you, or have you talked to anybody? Or
yeah, no, I've talked to
cool.
like Eckert and Stank about it a few times, and they know where I want to go and what I want to do. I am going to go move out to the dock though, probably in the next. I'm hoping like 6 months.
Okay, so you're going to work the dock?
Yeah, they told me I had to for a while at least.
Gotcha.
But then,
That way you can learn how they do it in Harrisburg, and then they won't do it
Yeah.
anyplace else like that. So, like we were just saying, yeah.
yeah, no, and then that'll also give me time, study for my permit.
Good.
and stuff like that.
Right, right. That's exciting. Are you excited?
I am excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as your long-term goal, do you want to do road driver, city driver? What is your ultimate, like? What would you like to do?
I think eventually. I mean, my youngest will be 18 and 13, so 5 years. 5
Yeah.
years. And then I figure once she's 18, like kind of more
Self-sufficient. Yeah, 100%.
Then
I
I'll
get
go
you.
to like line haul and do that stuff.
Nice.
But for until they're all grown and
Right.
out, I'll just be city driver for now.
Yeah, I get that. That's
But-
cool. Yeah, I think to me, line haul is where it's at because I ain't humping any freight anymore.
Yeah.
I
mean,
can't even climb in and out of the back of the trailer with the hip I got now. It's like, no, it's just
And it's new. Half of it's new.
It's very it's tenuous.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't want to fall.
Oh, no,
That's the last thing I want to do now.
Yeah.
It's shatter. It's the head, the ball part that goes into the socket is ceramic, and I'm like, how durable is that?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
Oh,
I've
yeah.
dropped a plate before,
I dropped a ceramic mug.
right? It's the first thing that ran through my head when they told me it was ceramic. I'm like, are you sure?
We used to go all stainless, but we had a recall.
Yeah, I think it's cold in the wintertime.
Can't give you like
But
titanium.
yeah, right, exactly. Make it something durable. But anyway, I think it's cool, and that's
No, and
It
I
makes,
mean, ultimately, it's about the money. Like,
Well, of course.
if I could like make the kind of money that you guys make
Right.
working in the office, absolutely, I would stay where I'm at.
yeah. I'd take the job in the office if I could make the.
But,
You want to look good in a dress.
I bet you I would.
hey, that's all right. I don't look good in a dress either, so we're good there.
Yeah.
But no,
I
like
won't say that.
I don't want to. I don't know. For me, it's about just making a better life for my girls.
Well, of course, yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's great.
Like,
That's it.
as like the single mom, I want to show them that you don't need to have
You can do
a
it
guy to
Yeah.
get through
to
life.
earn a living.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my ultimate goal is just to
Like
show
Gary's,
them that
like
if you work
Gary's
hard,
niece.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
like just show
Billy
them
Joe.
if you work hard,
Bobby
and,
Joe. Bobby Joe.
I didn't say the name because I
Yep.
wasn't going to screw it up.
As soon as I said Billy, I knew it was Bobby. I'm like, oh no.
Sorry.
Billy, Bobby, what's up?
All right. It's all B's and J's.
Just Billy.
So, anyway,
Anywho. Notice you said that, not me.
I think it's awesome. I really do. I think it's great. Because that is, I mean, in this industry, the driving is where the money is. And I know it sounds very mercenary to say it that way, but it's just true.
It is. There's no other way to say it though.
That's it. I keep telling my wife, why
money's
don't you go
just
become a
better.
driver so I can quit?
Yeah.
She won't.
See, like I would love to be a driver.
I think it's a great job. I do.
I mean, I get by okay-ish.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah, of course.
to have that like stability where I can be like, hey, let's go on vacation.
Yeah.
Or hey, let's
Or-
go to the movies this weekend. Or,
Yep.
you know what
Or
I
you're
mean?
just not worrying about anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not worried about the bills as they come in or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I get it. I totally get it. That's always my, it's my own hope for my own kids.
Yeah.
And
I don't want
Tony's
them-
doing fine. Jack is doing fine. Tanya's doing, they're all doing good. So,
Yeah.
but
I just don't want them seeing me struggle any more than
Yeah.
they have to. You know.
of course, I get that. Yeah. I mean,
So-
it's a parent issue. You just, you want to,
No,
And-
they're all pretty good though. Like I actually feel really bad because my middle daughter will be like, hey, do you guys want to go to lunch or something?
Mhm.
And she's like, oh yeah, we'll go to lunch. But then she's like, I feel bad ordering food because I know you don't have a lot of money. I'm like, just order food.
I wouldn't take you to lunch if we were going to order food. We're not going to sit here and drink water.
So she'll like purposely look
But
for
it's
like
nice
the
that she has
cheapest
that.
thing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
just get what you want. I'm like, look, I wouldn't have brought you out if I didn't
Right.
think I could do this. And so it is like they do kind of make me feel bad sometimes. 'Cause
Eh.
like they know
Sure.
they're all
Sure.
old enough. They know.
And they're your kids. They love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And see that to me, that's the other thing is that, your girls are all getting older. They're all eventually going to move out.
Yeah.
It's going to be you,
Yeah.
you know?
Yep.
they want to make sure mom's going to be okay when
No,
she's,
and
when
they
she's
are
by
like,
herself.
I always kind of like, we talk about ourselves. Like I always tell people we're like the Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Because we're
Believe
really,
it or not, I'm going to interrupt you right there. Jackson used to love to watch that show. I never saw the show, but I know all about it because my youngest.
That's one of my favorite shows.
I was like, when Michelle told, I was like, what? What is Gilmore Girls?
Yeah.
And she told me, she said, Jack loves that show. I'm like, what? Whatever.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
no
what
judgment here.
That's
Yeah.
what I equate our relationship to, is like we're friends, but they also know that when I'm mom, I'm being mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're really respectful of it. Like, hey, I need you to do this. Okay. Hey, can you please do this? Okay. Like,
That's
they
awesome.
never fight me. They never,
That's awesome.
give me problems.
Yeah, that's good.
So I lucked out.
Well, I think that's a reflection on your parenting skills.
It is.
I mean, I did
I'm
raise
sure.
them pretty
Yeah.
much alone.
There you go. Right.
That's why I said you and your.
They are a reflection. They are a reflection of what they learn. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
So they are amazing. I do love
Yeah.
the girls.
yeah, that's fantastic. So driving truck is where you're going to head now.
Yep.
That's what you get.
That's where I'm
I think it
headed,
is
yeah.
great. I really do.
Yeah. And I mean, you talked to me 30 years ago. I would have never
Yeah,
said
of
I want
course.
to be a truck driver.
Right.
I was heading down to be a life flight paramedic. That was
No
like
kidding.
that was my dream job, as a life flight paramedic.
Wow. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
But, yeah, I did the whole EMT thing for a little bit, and
Uh-huh.
then got pregnant, and my ex was like, "I want you to be a stay-at-home."
And that was
mom."
that, huh? I'd like to be a stay-at-home mom.
I mean, it was.
Um,
I will say I did. It
I
wasn't
would.
all bad.
Yeah. Oh,
It wasn't
sure.
all bad.
Right.
I will say though, I would prefer to work than be a stay-at-home mom ever
getcha.
again. Like if I had to go back and do it
Mhm.
again, and I knew how it was, I would absolutely just choose to work over being a stay-at-home mom, because it's
Yeah.
just so much harder. You're never off, never off.
That is, yep, 100%.
Like middle of the night, they wake up, you have to be there.
I don't know.
And my ex, when we were together, he was deployed all the time, like all the time.
Wow. So he's in
So
the
it was-
service?
Yeah, he was in the Air Force.
Okay.
So,
It's rough. Yeah. When he's always out.
well, yeah, he
You
was
know,
Air
you're-
Force, and then he also did government contracting.
Okay.
So he would get deployed with the Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'd come home and then do government contracting, which he would immediately leave again.
Wow.
Then he'd come home for 4 months. Then he'd be gone for 4 months. Then he'd come home.
Wow, that's
just
rough.
how it went for
Yeah. I mean,
years.
so you're on all the time.
Yeah.
You're
And then
the moms, which,
yeah,
like you said,
he'd
you don't
come
ever
home
get a
and be
break.
like, "Well, I was just working for 4 months straight. I need time off." And I'm like,
It's like, what do you think you've been doing for the past 4 months? I've been working too.
"Cool, me too."
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, holy cow. Yeah, my hat was always off to my wife, and she was at home until the kids were all in school, and then she worked at daycare, and she did that for years. And out in the house, she did that. I mean, God bless her for doing it.
Yeah, I love
It-
my girls, but I would never ever choose to be a stay-at-home mom.
yeah,
again.
yeah, it's, I get that.
It's just because it's hard. Not because I don't
Sure.
love them, but it's just
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, like having one under 3 is a lot.
Yeah, 'cause every deployment I got pregnant, whether he was coming home or leaving. So I was like, "No, we're not.
It's out. Don't you touch me.
Pretty much. Don't come near me." I was like, "You're getting snipped. I'm getting. It's not happening anymore."
It is amazing. I don't know how moms do it. Or stay at home dads. I mean, there's nowadays is and I get it
Oh yeah, no,
And
absolutely.
as much as it
Anytime a
sounds-
stay-at-home parent,
Yeah,
it's a difficult job.
because it's 24/7. Like you said,
24/7.
you're never off.
No.
You are always
I mean,
doing
even
something.
like
So
when they're in school, it's like you still gotta,
Yeah.
get dinners prepared. You still you're
Yeah.
doing laundry. You're still, trying to keep things clean, or
and if you're like our kids, you're answering the phone from the school.
Mhm.
Tony
Oh
was,
yeah, no, my daughter
it's funny. It's just Jack, all three of them. It's like at one point or the other, somebody's getting a phone call
Yeah.
from saying, and Michelle, she fielded all those phone calls and did all the visits and did all those things because I was driving truck, and it was like, well,
Addie, my oldest, her whole entire elementary career, I got called at least once a day from the principal. Every day.
isn't it fun?
And without a doubt, at least once a day. And not because she was bad. It was more
Mhm.
like she had ADHD, but they wouldn't diagnose her until a certain age.
Right.
And then all these other issues. And
right.
So it was just, she's kicking the desk. She's, walking around the classroom. And it was just stupid stuff. But it was just every day I was getting a call. Hey, you need to come in. Hey, this is what's going on. Hey.
But, sometimes like stuff like that, this is what we found out with Jack, was he was like that. And when he was in elementary school, he had a hard time, and it was because it wasn't challenging enough for him. And that,
Well, yeah, and
that's a kid will find a way to occupy themselves when they're not being challenged.
All her teachers from kindergarten on up have every year, at least one has emailed me. She's so smart. She's amazing.
See?
She does above grade level answers.
Mm-hmm.
She just doesn't apply herself. And I'm like, she's me.
and sadly,
she's me.
A lot of it is that they're not being challenged in the classroom. Like enough.
And I think that's her thing.
To occupy her brain where she feels she has something to strive towards. Well, she's finding it easy to get all the answers and do the answers and do even the major big answers. Where it's not normal. She's doing a great job. She's bored. Yeah. Which means in my mind it's like she's just not being challenged.
Yeah.
Enough.
And
And you realize they're in school, so it's, you got 32 kids in the classroom or whatever, and so it's hard to. And I get
keep
that.
track of what everyone's doing. I get it. Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, she does have some pretty amazing teachers. But
good, that's awesome.
But yeah, it's just it's hard when you're constantly just mom.
Yeah.
All the time. So absolutely.
And that's a job title that never goes away.
And just even like having adult conversations outside of your kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah, when they're 5 years old.
Yeah, going to work, it's nice because you get that break, you get that.
I mean,
time away that not
talking with road drivers is kind of like a kindergartner. But
you're right. No, absolutely.
Best to have the 64 crayon box out.
Exactly. It's always good to get them break out the crayons and the paper.
Like even the some of the dock workers are a lot like kindergarten.
And they write like they're in kindergarten.
Oh my word! Like yes, that's why. I think that's probably of the things that really I don't quite get is you're watching a generation of kids who don't know how to write really well, and we're working in an industry where everybody has to write down numbers,
yeah,
and you're just and like I don't know how you guys read them. I mean, we have a hard enough time reading the trailer numbers sometimes. You're looking at it going, you're going, is that a 5 or is that a 3 or what's that? Is it an 8? What is it?
Yeah, no, there are some times where there's a lot of deciphering that has to happen.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to decipher hieroglyphics.
Pretty much.
Graphics. Yeah, you're like, oh my word, how does he say it here?
Or they'll write, because our numbers have 10 numbers in them,
right?
Pro numbers, and they'll write 7. I'm like, what the fuck?
Which 3 are missing?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my, okay, I know at least the first one's a 5. Like, cool.
We're missing something. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to disparage this generation.
No, absolutely
it's a different generation. They use computers and they're typing everything.
There are times I feel like walking out on the dock and because they put their initials next to each one.
Right.
So
if you could read their initials.
So yeah, I've deciphered. I pretty much know all the initials now on who works on our dock. But there are times where I want to go out to them and just be like, write it nice or write it twice. Like I'm going to make you redo it.
Write it nice or write it twice. That's awesome.
That's what I used to tell the girls all the time in school. Write it nice or write it twice. And so they started. That's what I feel like saying to a lot of these fucking kids out there. Am I allowed to say that word?
They'll cut it out.
Who cares? No, they won't. They don't produce none. They just let it roll.
I don't know anymore. I don't
listen to the show.
I don't know anymore.
But now it's an interesting workplace.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I can imagine, being
you get so many characters. It's
yes.
Like the craziest place to work.
I think that's what makes it fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And at the same time, it's so infuriating.
I like working there so much because you just meet so many interesting people.
Yes,
even
you do.
People that don't work for Pitt, Ohio, total
outside carriers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't really think about that. They come in and
they have some.
They have some personality.
They have some personality. Yeah.
It's great. It's a fun place to work. This industry it can be a frustrating industry it can be a fun industry. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been doing it for a long time, and like ship, and you hang in and you just do what you got to do because there's a paycheck at the end of the week. For me, I don't care. It sounds mercenary sometimes when in my own head when I say it, but like that's the ultimate thing. It's the end of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing a job anywhere because they want to do it for free.
For free, yeah.
You're
doing it for a reason.
Yep, and it's
for money.
It's the paycheck at the end of the week, and that's just that's there's no other way to look at it.
Yeah,
there's a paycheck and there's benefits.
Absolutely.
And
so do your job.
So just do what you got to do.
Right.
Help me help you.
Yeah.
The quicker you get my paperwork to me, the faster my ass is out that door.
That's right. That is.
Why do you think I learned how to type so fast? Get everybody out of my face.
Depends on the day. I sometimes find my manifest and bury it. Just to stay hide.
Oh, look at you going. You're like,
go and call
Mr.
Russell
Friendly,
up and talk to him a little bit.
Yeah.
He just knows because Harrisburg's the best.
Yes, it is.
Hang out there.
Damn straight.
He does. That's why he stays on that bid.
There's two
there's
times.
No other reason
there's
I can
two
think
times a
of it.
night I get happy when I get there, and I'm gonna get there in the second trip. Ask Brian. Brian's not a happy camper if Brian doesn't get to see people.
No, yeah, that's me. I'm a people person.
No, me.
Oh, that Brian.
Yes.
Yes.
The other Brian.
He knows when I'm pulled over on the side of the road and he calls me on the phone for something. And
of course.
Oh, you sound gretzy. You didn't get out of the Harrisburg in time. No.
Are you on the side of the road?
Yes.
Crying?
Yeah, I'm crying.
I'm in the back of my trailer.
I'm afraid I'm going to melt. I'm a snowflake.
I need an emotional support animal. I mean, here we are. We're laughing at this. No, that's horrible. We're terrible.
Well, at least we're not on the school bus.
No, yeah. Ain't that
Did I stop? I stopped. Okay.
Very good. You controlled it. I'm very pleased.
Because I don't do windows.
No, you don't. I know you don't. You make a circle and that's it.
Porthole. Coming about.
Which is just ridiculous when you have a whole roll of paper towels and the spray stuff in there, and all you do is a little circle. That's all I need.
That's it.
I can see a little.
Yeah, sort of.
I don't know. This will be the first winter. I'm gonna have to get the panoramic view and clean everything. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure Bart will take care of that for you.
Well, yeah, he does because
person.
The way I bring that truck back in the morning, they don't pay me to get up on that. I might break a hip,
dude. I used to climb up and do the windows, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't climb up on those tires. There's no way I'm climbing up on that tire now.
Nope.
No.
Like I said, Mother Nature put it on, she'll take it off. Might not rain for 35 days, but hey, it'll come off eventually.
The city guy.
They're on hourly.
I was gonna say, right?
Yeah, that's always the best thing to hear. These city guys, these line haul guys, like that's all I hear all night long.
Everybody's got to complain about somebody,
Just remember, you're in line haul. You ain't earning if your wheels ain't turning.
That's it. I don't get paid standing around.
Oh no, I agree with that. I mean, like the fact that you guys don't get paid to even fuel your trucks, really, like that's fucking nuts.
Yep,
that's nuts.
It's so nuts.
See why I like her?
Twice.
Yes.
I got to remember my Mormon manners. No swearing.
I'm not saying a word.
Well, that's a first.
Yes. I'm stupefied.
I'm used to that.
Silent.
I'm not used to this side of him. I'm not going to say anything. Really?
Just trying to be nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So, I mean, now, do you ever see yourself transferring terminals, or is there a place, or are you happy? And when I say this, I don't mean like in a mean way. Are you happy in Harris? Right? I don't mean it like just, or is there an area that you think, you know what, I wouldn't mind if once I'm driving to transfer or anything like that, or are you?
No.
She sees the people on her own. Oh, sorry, Hardy.
No. and just because
right away he goes there, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
just because I get bored sometimes doing what I do now,
right.
And a lot of terminals, like I'm the only one in Harrisburg that does what I do. I'm
right.
the only one that manifests anything, and we're a lot busier than all the other terminals.
Yeah.
Where they have like 2 or 3 or 4 ladies doing my job for
Yep.
less busy terminals.
And they still can't get it all
And
done.
they,
Six.
yeah. And so,
Or more?
So for me, it's like, I feel like I'd be too bored anywhere else.
Right.
Because I already get bored at one of our busiest terminals.
Sure.
So I feel like if I go anywhere else, there's going to be less work, and I'm
Right.
gonna be,
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
you're an
just in
FCP
general,
terminal.
there, from what I see coming in and out, and
Mm-hmm.
what I watch, and what I actually put my 2 cents into, they got their 40 guys going out,
Right.
and they got like everybody else coming into them.
Everybody.
I mean,
Yep,
you're
everybody on the
Roanoke,
East Coast is running
Richmond,
through.
Baltimore, Hazelton,
Yeah.
East
Cherry
Windsor,
Hill.
Cherry Hill, are all dumping into them. West
Yep.
Middlesex,
Yep.
and
We get like a little bit.
it's a lot of stuff going in and out in the course of a night.
Well, I mean, you even get, Washington comes in.
Washington.
Right? Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, I don't know how they keep it straight there, which, it's amazing to me that they do it.
And then you get the one guy that says, "Oh, this trailer doesn't have brake lights." Really?
Was that
Yeah.
last night?
Or the other night,
One of the nights.
I'm
One of
like,
our drivers who went to swing.
where are you going? I'll follow you.
just as they were getting ready to swing the load, he backed up into the door and his lights started working again.
And Robbie says, "Get it out of
Yep.
here."
He's like,
Run now. Hit depart. Go. Don't hold back.
Pretty
Just
much.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's only going 90 miles, like I always say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think I would just get too bored. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
So I think Harrisburg, plus moving away, like any other terminal would take me further from the kids. And there's already
That's
like
true, yeah.
a whole custody thing.
I gotcha.
So no, I mean,
There's
and
no
I do
sense
like,
causing
I do
more
like my
stress if you
terminal,
don't have
like,
to and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like all my supervisors are super cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
for the most part,
They are great.
they're all amazing.
Yep.
And then everybody I work with, like
Yeah, I do
pretty
miss
awesome for the
I
most
I
part.
do miss watching Jason, the redness
The
degree.
When is
His
Jason
face.
coming on the show?
Hey,
You got to keep working on
I've been working on him, and I think
know.
he's scared ever since he's the assistant guy.
ATM.
Yeah, the ATM. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's scared.
That's all right.
I told him I got booze here.
I'd love to have him on one of these days. I'd love to have anybody on from,
He says
From
he
the
has
company.
Wi-Fi where he camps out on the weekend.
He
I
can-
said
we
that's
can-
all you need.
yeah, we can do it that way. We can, he doesn't have to come
I'm still
in.
working on him.
All right, I appreciate
Once I rub it into
One of these
him that
days.
she actually did a show
There you
now.
And you can tell him how much fun it was and, how mean Shipper was.
No,
and
Jason is one of my favorites.
he really is. I tell you what, he's a really nice guy. I really like Jason.
Mhm.
And and it's not the people that I didn't want to do the bid anymore.
Yeah.
That Shipper does. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
it just drove me crazy.
No, I get that.
It's one of those bids where unless you can do
It's
the
just
NASCAR
monotonous,
drop
the
and
same
hook, like
thing
it
every
is,
night.
and it's
I'm
every
reversed.
night, and it's like
I'm reversed. I can't stay in Allentown. Just get me the hell out as
Just
fast
get me
as
out of
possible.
here.
I'll be fine in Harrisburg.
right, yeah,
I just don't want to be in Allentown.
because you're a people person.
Yeah, right.
I know
that's true.
and Harrisburg is where the people are at.
Help me help you. Have my paperwork on the table.
Get me out of here.
You'll never hear a peep out of me. You won't even see me. If you want to know if the load left, you're going to have to go on the Mavens.
That's my whole philosophy.
Yeah.
If my load is done, the paperwork comes up. It should be back out here for me to take. It should be just
yeah.
a quick circle.
Yeah. I try to, seriously, when that crap comes up to me, I try to get it out as quick as possible. I hate when I
Right?
have, 4, 5, 6 guys standing in the lobby just staring
Sure.
at me like I'm in a fishbowl.
Right.
I hate that.
See, I don't do
I
that.
would
I just
hate that
walk
too.
right in.
No, I walk in and sit
You know,
down. There are a few other ones that do
They're
that
inviting you
too.
to Christmas party this year.
There's
so
a few
Yeah.
others that I wish wouldn't. I won't name names, but
I'll
You
be
can
honest with
whisper
you.
them to me. I'll name
This,
them.
this is how I am. This is me. I don't. No matter how many times I go to a terminal, I don't feel comfortable walking into their office. That's just not me. I'm content to just stand out in the and wait my turn or do whatever. That's
no.
fine.
What really drives me nuts is when I'm sitting there and I'm typing, and it clearly, I don't type slow,
Right.
and I'm typing as fast as I can, and what drives me nuts is when there are certain drivers from other terminals that will come in and be like, is my load done? Do you have my load done? And I'm like, I don't know. And then they start like going through my paperwork to see if it's, and I'm like, don't touch my, don't touch my, like,
yeah, I don't blame you.
Don't come in here and hustle through my.
Don't come out there and go through your truck.
No.
Don't you come in here and do.
But it's fun to watch.
That was
fun to watch.
Yes. You should.
Is that like this?
100%. Yeah.
Not me.
Because guess whose paperwork's getting done last now?
That's what I said. I told him. I was like, I will put yours right on the bottom. I was like, don't come in here and touch my
and
stuff.
plus, I'm going to lunch then, too.
I did say that
here tomorrow.
I did. I was like, I'll put it on the bottom. I'll go to lunch. You can sit here and wait.
I don't blame
I was like,
you.
don't come in here and shuffle through my stuff. That drives me nuts.
That's a no. That's a huge. I agree with that.
Yeah.
No, that's just
and
not
even
right.
Dan, like he was like, yeah, don't touch her shit.
Yeah, because then he's got to listen to it all night. You're
Dan,
working in the office together. It's like,
Dan's pretty awesome. Like,
he's a very nice guy. Yeah. I thought he was it was a great guy when they first, when I was still doing that
way
run.
better than the guy they hired before.
Oh yeah. I remember Robert.
I wrote him.
Man, do I remember Robert. I remember Robert was a guy who sent Shipper back to Allentown and me down to Baltimore. And I'm like, and then Bob, what's Bob's? I don't remember. Bob, I mean.
The
Gelbaugh.
Yeah, Gelbaugh.
That's the guy. And he took me aside. He's like, you got to, he didn't mean to make the mistake and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know, I get it. Whatever.
No,
and Bob's a great guy. Robert was a good he was
Robert, like, get your flashlight and go guide it in. You did good there with the cargo plane. Go do that.
He was oh my God, like the worst. The worst.
He cracked under pressure. I kind of helped him.
He had legitimate panic attacks in the stairwell. Like, I'd walk by to go into the break room, and he's in the stairwell as you come into the building, like hands on his knees, like huddled over, like, and he's like breathing heavily. I'm like, what?
And he's the same guy when you walk in at the end of the night. He's sitting on the desk like he's, Joe Cool.
Yeah. The super cool Army veteran that did all this shit.
Right.
Which is cool if you did, but I don't believe you did half the shit you said
when you're watching what he's doing and you're going, well, we're in trouble. If that's what's going on in the services, we're in trouble.
Right.
We're going to be speaking Chinese soon.
Fubar.
It's all over.
Yeah. I think he's got a couple books on Amazon. Oh, I know he's got at least one about his time in Iraq and Afghanistan and how
it's a short story.
His group of guys, like, I don't know, there was like this turmoil and I don't know, he told us this story about how one of his guys had died, and so he put his dog tags on him, and I'm like, why the f would you put your dog tags on somebody else?
Right.
Like, nobody would do that.
Right.
Because now you can't be identified if something happens to you.
Yeah.
And
because you're already dead.
And they now think this guy is you. Like, why would you?
And they're contacting your mom and dad.
Like, he told the most like outrageous stories, and I'm just like,
well, if he does have a book on Amazon, you take notes. Nobody knows the name of the book or who. Who that he's an author.
I was gonna get it for Miller for Christmas one year.
Wow.
Just to watch the degree of redness.
But then I just couldn't fathom spending like the $7 on this book that he would get.
Yep. Can I get it for free?
Yeah, if I can get it for free, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not spending the money on his book, though.
Robert, can you give me a signed copy? Can you give me a signed copy?
Sign it for me. Give him an autograph copy.
Signed by the author. Ooh.
It's going to be a collector's item.
I doubt it. For the wood pile.
Give me 2 minutes on the clock. Limited edition.
Yeah, no, he was awesome.
I mean, it's so terrible. I mean, I know but he just because we all worked with him and we know what he was like.
It's a stressful job, and it's basically you either know how to do the job, or you need to step aside.
But if you're doing all the stuff you're saying you're doing overseas, and you're not cracking under that pressure, but you're cracking under this.
No, I thereby figure that out to be that's why we were in that war over there so long.
Robert was ready to show.
We had supplies every which way.
Every which way but loose.
No, but so we went when I started. I went from having Miller as my immediate supervisor to Robert, and now Dan. But yeah, like there's like a massive difference between Miller and Robert, and even Dan and Robert.
Right. Oh, there's a massive difference between anybody and Robert.
I mean, even when I went out there,
and then come to find out, Harrisburg got new like LED lights on the dock.
Oh yeah.
Robert it was his company that sold us these LED lights.
Wow.
Which got Miller even more hot. Like that pissed him off so
because that's what I used to say. That's why he took forever walking around the dock. He was scoping out the lumens.
How many lumens do we need? Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he had like all kinds of he was doing like
flashlight Bobby
business deals while he was doing his job.
No wonder he wasn't doing his job.
Yeah.
He's doing everything else but.
He was asking other office ladies to
Wow.
write things business proposals and for him. Yeah, it was weird. He was weird.
He was.
He was
and
weird.
inefficient.
Yeah. And one day, he was always so slow. I was always waiting on him for me to be able to do my job. And the one time where it was taking me a long time to finish, and he was done before me, he looked at me and he was like, "Hurry the up."
Wow.
I was like, "Excuse you?" Who? I looked at him and I was like, I can type slower if you like.
That's when that's like pee break.
Yeah.
Smoke me if you got him because I'll be back. I'll be back for a while now.
How many times did you just get up and walk out without saying to anybody? But then you're gonna sit here and tell me to hurry the up? No.
That's nuts.
How many times did I call Miller? Hey, Robert just walked out.
I mean, it does explain a lot.
It does.
It does. Then he's not there, so
no, he was in there.
That's an understatement.
He will go down in Pitt, Ohio legend as the worst.
Yes,
most definitely
the worst.
Yep.
I think I had to remanifest everything all the time with him. That would piss me off so bad.
Was it just that he didn't know what he was doing? Or?
He just had no clue.
Yes.
That is crazy. That is just
no
crazy.
Clue what he was doing. He was just.
And that's why I don't understand how. Where did he go from? Didn't he go another place where he's running a warehouse or something like that?
Yeah, I forget the name.
And I'm just like, how?
One of our city drivers went in there. And was like, he ran into him, and he was like one of the supervisors over at this other place, and he was like, "How did you get this job?
Who gave you the reference?
Yeah, that's what I was.
What was your reference?
I have something. I have something in mind that I was gonna say. I was gonna say, but I choose not to. But they're fun to watch.
You're a good man. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
You're a good man, Charlie. Yeah, no, Ooh.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is, and I get it. The high pressure world of the trucking industry.
Yeah.
Is not for everybody.
No, it's not.
But he should have driven. He should have become a driver. That's what he should have done. Because
I think he would have even massively fed.
I have 500 on that.
He would have been on the side of the road, pulled over, having a panic attack
Stressing.
Because somebody cut him off and it gave him a flashback of something.
That's true. He's in the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his trailer crying.
He would have been in the back in a straitjacket in a fetal position, crying like Shipper.
Yeah. Yep. It happened.
I used to like you.
Shut up.
I've had those phone calls in the middle of the night. He's just having a breakdown,
Yeah.
And you have to be there for him. Be strong for him.
Yeah.
Help him.
I call. I'm broke down. Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nobody
Silence.
answers.
5 hours to put a $3 hose clamp on.
I could have done this myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they paid you for it.
That doesn't matter. That's time I'll never get back.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
It was
You got
one
paid
less
for
mics he could have drank.
see,
Yeah,
there you go.
right.
We're just thinking about you, brother.
When she knows, she knows. Are
Making sure you're healthy, staying good and healthy, and
you kidding? I was.
it's amazing. It is amazing the stress that stuff puts you under, isn't it? Because your mind just starts to go.
I don't break down. That's the point.
Well, you did twice. Already
in 2 days.
That's a rough week, dude. That's a really rough week. What happened? You blew a hose.
What happened? What was that?
And then there's no speed. There's no nothing. We're just coasting to the side.
Yep.
I've had that happen.
On some nights, I would drive it back, but that night,
that night.
I chose right over.
Yeah.
Blinkers on.
I'll wait.
Yep.
What was the other time?
Going to Oaks. 2 days later.
Same clamp.
No, the front clamp. The other clamp.
The other end.
And at that point, Breakdown says, well, did you have them look at it? Well, if they put one clamp on, the other clamp was holding. We're good to go.
I looked at it. It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get the answer on, well, where's the clamp at? I don't know, about a mile and a half back.
like I'm hanging out under the hood waiting for it to go. I saw where it went.
Yep.
It is.
You really want to keep them, put tethers on them so that when the hose blows off, ding, there it is. Or take the hose off and string 7 clamps right on the metal pipe. That way we have
Start
extras.
that way. That's right. Start that way. Start with that.
Just saying.
Yeah. It is what it is. It's the business
part
we
of the
do.
Job.
It is. Unfortunately, it's the bad part of the job.
Yes. That's like the worst part of the job, but it's part of the job.
The nice thing is that when we break down, we're, usually not that far from home.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're.
I was close to my second home, but I still was stranded.
Well, by yourself, which is hard. I get it. I know you're a people person and you don't like to be stranded by yourself.
Yeah, if I would have broke down at 280, was that 289, 286? At least there would have been the casino right there.
Oh,
takes time.
When the guy comes home, I'm across the street.
Just tell him to ring up my phone. I'll come through the fence.
He would have pushed it till he got to that,
Yeah, how about it? Like that. There you go.
Yeah, I didn't think 29 miles could have done
it.
Pull over at the Morgantown exit.
Yeah.
Here we are. Why not?
Conveniently broke down inside the parking lot at the Hollywood.
I don't know what I was doing here. I just happened. The truck just dragged me right in. I don't know what was going on. But that's So what else? What else do you like to do at Pitt, Ohio? Like, what else are you looking to do? What else are you wanting to do? I mean,
I don't know, anything and everything, really. Like I've told them, like
you'll do it.
You give me some, I'll learn it. Like
That's
I'm
cool.
up for whatever.
That's a good attitude. It really is a good attitude.
I'm up for learning any aspect of that, of working at Pitt, Ohio.
Right.
Like you want to teach me how to do something, I'm more than happy to learn it.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good attitude.
I let them know all the time, hey, you got anything? Like, what can I do? So
that's a plus.
Yeah.
That looks good for you. It's good on your.
I mean, if I could, and this is one of the reasons I do want to, get out of the office, because if I could work, your 50, 60 hours a week, I would.
Right.
But in the office, I get overtime in Harrisburg. I don't know about any of the other terminal office workers,
right.
But because we're so busy, I do get a little bit of overtime each week. But I would like to get, 10, 15 hours overtime every week. That would be
really?
sweet to me. Yeah.
In the office?
In the office, on the dock, anywhere.
And I get it. When I say I understand.
When
I think about being in the office, I just think, oh my word, I couldn't do.
No. As long as I'm busy and doing something, I'm fine.
It depends too on
if you're occupied and you don't have a mess of.
Yeah,
even
like last night. So like last night we had, it was me and our one other office lady, Cynthia, because we had one lady call off and then the scanner, was already scheduled off. So it was just the two of us working the whole office all night last night. I liked it because I was so much busier. The night went by quicker. Like if I worked, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, it doesn't matter as long as I'm busy.
As long as you're able to keep
it goes by
occupied.
Quick. Yeah.
That's true. That is very true.
So I don't mind, working.
That's good.
that time.
And it's nice to make the
I
extra
just don't want to
money,
be twiddling my thumbs
Right.
while I'm doing it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I get
I
that.
want to go, like keep me busy.
Sure.
Give me something to do.
Yeah. I hear that.
So
I like not doing much. That's why I'm a line haul driver.
I do at home. At home, I like to not do much, but
That
at
is-
work, I just I don't like being bored.
Yeah. And I do get that. I mean, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
If
And that's literally that, and the money is the only reason I want to get out of the office.
Yeah, I don't blame
Other
you.
than
I mean,
that, I love being in the office.
Yeah.
Like, the people are cool, supervisors are cool. I get to meet drivers from all our terminals.
Right.
Who most of them are pretty awesome.
Yeah. For the most part.
For the most
Then
part,
there's
they're
me.
all pretty awesome.
Well, she said
then
most.
You got Chipper here. He's an interesting one.
Yeah, you could say that. He's interesting, all right. He's got these peepers that look like he's got like a reflection coming off the back of him now. I'm like, what? The first time I saw him in studio with those eyeballs, I was like, what's with your eyes?
He's got his
It's like,
sparkle.
oh, it's either that or he had like new eyeballs put in like a cat or something where it's getting the
Glass
reflection.
eyeballs.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck's going on with that?
Let me play some marbles. Let me pop it out.
All right, you and Greg's really going to be starting to do stuff together, huh?
We got the marble championship in hand. We got it locked.
We can't see for nothing, but
It's all right. You don't really need to.
yeah, it's overrated. Being able to see is, it's nothing. So how was the interview?
Actually, it got a lot less stressful.
Told you.
Now we got talking. I'm
Yeah,
good.
you just sit down and relax. And
No,
it's just a
it does
conversation.
take a minute to get used to it.
It
but
does, and that's why I'm always patient with everybody. It's just
I tell you,
it'll be fun.
try to make less stress for you.
Listen, it was less stressful.
You did a great. It was fun.
No,
And
it
is
was
there anything else
fun.
you want to talk about? I mean, we're sitting here. We're just anything else you want to chit chat about? What are your girls thinking about doing? I mean, you got one at 17, so I mean, she's just
17,
about ready to
she-
graduate school and move on. And
Yeah,
does she have an idea what she wants to do or where she's
she
gonna-
does ish.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's got a few ideas of
Good.
what she wants to do. She
That's
wants
good.
to either be a tattoo artist, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
She can tattoo me all day long.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I got no problem with that. That's cool.
Add to my collection, like
Whatever she finds to do, if she does it the best she can.
Yeah, or
It
then
don't matter.
she's also very good with like art. She's very good. Like
Awesome.
her art is amazing. Like
Yeah.
she never ceases to amaze me. She'll paint, she draws, she does it all.
That's awesome.
Like
Well, she's got that one you got that one picture of
Yeah.
what she did
she
up there
so
at the
yeah,
office.
the one day she asked me, she said, I want to draw something fictional, but I don't know what to draw. And I was like, what? I was like, why don't you draw me a hammerhead shark and a dog? Like combined, right? Make
Yeah,
it
like a chimera.
Yeah. And so she did. She drew me this amazing, and it's a hammerhead that's got a hammerhead shark like head, but then like the body is a dog, and then it's got like the tail of a shark. It's
really
It's
cool.
the coolest. It's the cutest little freaking
I
shark
bet.
dog I've ever seen.
I bet that looks really neat.
But yeah, that's hanging on my window at work, and then now she's very good. She's into like your hardcore like rah, like music.
Oh yeah, I've got kids that do, and I'm like, I don't,
And so she's got like this faux hawk mohawk,
Uh-huh.
like sides of her head are shaved. She's wild.
she
she's
sounds
just
like an
like me,
independent
though.
thinker.
She's like me at her age, 100%. Like
There you
just
go.
you can't tell her what to do.
Yeah,
Like
that's all right.
she knows. She knows. She just knows.
It's
But no,
amazing.
she's really good.
That's
And then
neat.
now she wants to do either that or
Uh-huh.
like tattoos or she's very good at taekwondo. So
Cool.
she wants to get back into doing that and like
Wow.
maybe open her own studio.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
Thundering or lightning. Music fest. It's gonna rain all week.
of course.
And then my middle daughter Ellie,
Uh-huh.
she's very much into cooking, culinary.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great.
So she's started culinary school.
Isn't it amazing how different, how
How
divergent
different they are?
they are?
All three of
You know,
them.
yeah,
are
it's
100%
crazy.
different.
It's one of the craziest things.
Yeah.
When you see your kids as they grow up and they become
Yeah.
a person. Yeah, and they're always a person. I don't mean it that way. You know what I mean? They get
Oh, yeah, they
develop their
become their
personality
own-
and
they
their
become their own
themselves.
person.
Yeah, their own
Yes.
person. They become themselves, and you're like, I mean, because those
It is
are
the
so
wildest
totally
thing.
divergent.
Yeah, it's the wildest thing to watch them go from like these little tiny babies to these fully grown adults.
Yep.
Because they do develop 100% different personalities.
Yeah.
All three of my girls are 100% different.
It's so it does, to me. It's just so.
My
it's
youngest is
fascinating.
very much, unicorns and rainbows and she's very like sweet and shy, and the other two are outgoing.
Not so much a lot.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's what's so
my
cool.
middle daughter, or not my middle daughter, my oldest, Addie, she's very tomboy. Just in muscle mass alone, you will like.
Who needs a forklift?
Right.
That's awesome. Good for her.
But no, yeah, they're all very different. They're all very, very.
Yeah. That's is the little one thinking about going to culinary school? Is it, or she just does she enjoy cooking that aspect?
No, she does like the VOTEC. She
That's
does culinary
fantastic.
classes. They actually have a program for seniors when she's a senior where she can like go abroad and learn like culinary stuff abroad.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
I was like, that'd be fucking sweet.
Yep.
If I
That's
had the chance in
fantastic.
high school to do something like that, I would totally would have done that.
Yeah, I have a couple of nieces who both went to culinary college institutes, and
like,
one went to Johnson and Wales, and
she
one
does
went to.
amazing. Like for Mother's Day, she made me chicken Alfredo and like garlic bread and salad
Nice.
and all this stuff.
Wow.
It was good.
That is awesome.
Like she made
That's
it all
great.
from scratch and it was good. I was like, damn girl.
That's awesome.
Every night she's like, can I cook dinner? I'm like,
And it's a great job. I mean,
have at it.
if she decides to go down that road, there's always work.
There's always work.
Yeah,
People
that's
always
great.
need food.
Yep, and people want they want to go out for
Good
something that's
food.
nice and so that's great. Good for her.
So those two
Very
know what they
cool.
want to do.
And
The
I
other
mean,
one's
she's still
very
young.
much-
Yeah,
she's very much
she's 13. She's still she's got a lot of time to decide, and all
but
those things will kind of
I will
morph.
say I know you're not supposed to have favorites, but my youngest Josie, she's probably my favorite.
Yeah,
she's just like so like easy.
right.
From the day she was born, it's the easiest one I've had.
It is kind of neat when you get one like that.
Yeah, like I
We
never
didn't have
had to
any
worry
like
about
that, but-
school. Never had to worry about her going out with friends. Never had to worry about like anything with her.
Wow, that's
Like,
really cool.
She's like
if you could imagine the perfect kid, she's the she's the one that's
perfect
like just
kid,
really laid back and easygoing, and that's really neat. That's
she
really
never
cool.
argues. The oldest will at least try to argue a little bit, but she knows eventually I'm gonna win.
Right. That was always the
I just give her a look and she just knows. Okay, I better shut up.
Shipper doesn't have a favorite kid. Does he know?
Does he know he's not your?
All I can say is the old adage: if you plant corn, you get corn, and
That's it.
I'm just riding it out.
Come on, brother. That's it. It's all good. It's all good.
I did, I mean, like I said,
It's a different generation, man, and it's all good.
not him.
I just, he's a good kid.
Oh, not him, man. He is.
Hey, at least he's not in trouble.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
causing, like, he's not getting arrested. You know what I mean?
He likes to hunt. He likes to fish.
I'm sure he pays all his tickets. And shit.
Exactly. He pays his, whatever.
Well, he has enough cops to get him talked out of it.
There you go, too.
There was a
It's all
couple.
good.
There was a couple times, right? Yeah, but
Not getting into
he's me. I no matter how you cut it, he's me, and
Like they say, the nut doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
yeah,
I hear it.
it's a scary
That's it.
thought.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought I did
All
something.
right. You did. It's what happens. I mean, you're young. That's what happens.
See, my oldest is definitely a mini me, but she is a better version for sure.
There
I
you
was
go.
not a good teenager. Like my mom was probably ready to murder me. So I still to this day will apologize to my mom. I'm so sorry.
I was the
I'm so
youngest.
sorry for what I did
I'm the youngest
between the years of 9 and 19.
Sorry about that, Mom.
It was more between the ages of 16 and like 20.
It's
That
a
I was
4-year
really
span.
like
That's not bad.
That was really like a big shit to my mom.
She still loves you.
She does.
That's
she
it.
does.
That's what moms do.
Absolutely.
Which thank goodness they do.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's why I think they come out of mothers instead of men, because mothers gotta, you gotta have that love there, because sometimes you just want to strangle the shit out of these kids.
Ain't that the truth? That's why some animals eat their young.
Right.
You get it, right?
You're not going to make it. You're done.
I saw a meme once. It was so funny. It was like, you think you're a bad mom. I forget what animal it was, but it was like, you think you're a bad mom. This animal throws her young to get away from predators, so they eat the baby instead of the mom.
Mom's like, I can make more. Sorry.
I was like, that made me laugh. I was like, I guess that does make me a better mom. I would take a bullet for him at least.
But only one.
Only one. Just one.
In the arm.
One per kid.
That's funny. That is good.
But no, they're fun. They're my best friends.
That's awesome. That really is awesome.
Yeah.
I think that really is cool. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
I get very bored when I don't have them with me.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, like when they're with me, the whole time we're just laughing and having fun. Like it is. It's like we're best friends. It's so
scary as they grow up and move out.
I know.
And then you're like, what?
I know.
I'm just left with it's just me and Michelle. And I'm like,
I'm not ready for them. I don't ever want to go back to the toddler years,
right.
The 8, 9.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. I'm cool not doing that ever again. But I am really sad. Like everybody says, like the teenage years are the worst, but to me, this is my favorite time.
That was my favorite time with our kids
because I feel like I can interact with them like adults.
Yep.
Like I can talk to them like adults. I can
yell at them like an adult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really, at least you can communicate on an adult level.
Like they understand fully what you're saying or what you're not saying. Like they get it.
They do.
And so this is probably my favorite time. I mean, I loved when they were little and their little voices and things they did.
It's cute and fun but
now this is absolutely my
that's
favorite.
That's what grandkids are for. Yeah. Grandkids are for that part. That's fun when they're little, Let's not get ahead of ourselves. No, but Tony's got 2 and Tanya's got 1. And it's like, okay, we're and it's fun. Because when you have your own little kids, it ain't so fun. No, because you got to take care of them and But then when it's somebody else's, you're like, you can have fun and then send them home. They poop their diaper. Here you go, Mom. I'm out.
Not my job.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm just grandpa. That's it. I'm out.
Right.
Pretty much.
It's great. I miss the kids. I miss my kids. I really do.
Oh yeah, no, like
it broke my heart when Tony and Jack moved. It broke my heart because I just miss them. Yeah.
I was going through videos on Facebook the other day. It was like your memories.
Yeah.
And there was one, and my oldest Addie, when she was really little, had an English accent.
Wow.
It was weird. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, that's neat.
But it was so cute. And so she had gotten hurt, and she was sitting on my couch, and I was just recording her. And she said, "I need an apple to feel me better." And I said, "You need an apple to make you feel better?" And she said, "Yeah, I need an apple to feel me better."
Isn't that adorable?
And I was just like, God, I miss it. Like, where'd the English accent go? Can we have that back?
That is funny.
Wow.
So that's what I miss, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, no, none of the other stuff.
Yeah, boy, do I hear that. But it's like one of the things that I've learned with the kids, with my own kids, is that no matter what they do, I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care what you do for a living. I'm proud of you. You're my kid.
You're happy,
and
I don't care.
Yep. That's it. I love you, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all my
as long
kids.
as
All
you're
3
not
of
a
them.
strain on society and
Yeah,
you're happy,
that's it.
Then you know what? You do you.
And if you ever need, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm always here for you. I love you all. And it's just, I know it's kind of like a sentimental thing at this point, but it's like, it's just where it's at.
No, absolutely. Actually,
I'm not getting any younger. And,
there's a song, the band Hailstorm.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I know. You found
Stand
one I
by.
don't know. Yep.
Hold on.
Skipper's marking this day on the calendar.
Well, he's looking.
I'm not looking anything up. I'm just
looking up
looking it up. Mr. Jukebox, I know every song. You don't
Nope.
make this.
That's okay.
Wow.
So anyway, she's got this song. There's this band. She's actually from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Red Lion.
Cool.
Right.
And she's got this song, and it's called Dear Daughter. But every time I put it on, the girls just start bawling because it just like
Can't believe you do
Yeah, how
not
do you
know.
Hailstorm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the girl's name's Hale.
Lizzie Hales.
Yeah. Holy.
Maybe I know it and I don't know it. Like I didn't know.
Oh, this is not one of her most popular songs, but this is this
Well,
song.
look up the song she just told you.
This is.
This is it.
This is.
What do you think I would? I'm going to look up the song she didn't tell me? That's the one. I never heard it.
Yeah, I love her.
I will have to listen to that song. Maybe we'll make that the outro.
That, yeah. That's
I'll
what you
tell them
do.
to put it as an outro for us.
There you go.
Or at least the, like, you can only play so much of it before you get
before we have to pay.
but
But yeah, no, she's one of my
That's
favorites.
nice.
But that girl, that
what's
song,
the lady's name?
Lizzie Hale.
Lizzie Hale.
Hailstorm.
Hailstorm is the name
Very
of the
cool.
band. But yeah, they're actually.
Wow, I actually know. I knew
You knew something that I don't know.
Holy crap.
Musically. Yes. I know, right?
See, I told you. He rubbed off on me.
My ex-husband was not friends. They were pretty good acquaintances. But
Oh, wow.
her first her first guitarist,
Uh-huh.
he was good acquaintances with him. That's
Oh,
how
yeah?
I started listening to them.
Wow.
He was telling me about it before she was like really popular. But yeah, now
Yeah,
they're,
he
like,
knew Brett from Mechanicsburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Brett who?
Brett
It's
who?
gonna go there.
Brett who? You know what you meant.
I bet you if I play it for my daughter, she'll go, "Oh yeah, I've heard them before."
So
She's
his
what turns me
daughter-
on all the newer.
He's
newer
got a
stuff.
daughter named Rain, and my youngest daughter Josie.
Uh-huh.
Her middle name is Rain, and that's why I named her Rain is because of him.
Is RAYN?
Well, hers is RAYNE.
That's yeah.
But yeah, like that's why I
Nice.
named her
That's a
Rain is
pretty
because
name.
of Brett Michaels' daughter's name.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah, that is neat.
So that's what I made her.
Nice.
Because of her middle name.
That's really cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, I like some Brett Michaels.
Yeah, amen. There you go.
Yeah,
I hear
Voice is
that.
Pretty good.
Yep. That's back in the day.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
back in the day.
It's back when well, I won't go there. It's back. I was gonna say it's back when music was still good, but it wasn't at all. I mean, and nowadays music is good.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, no, there is some good stuff, but
My music
Back
days
in-
was Music Fest with the tow truck down there at Music Fest that I was pulling in the cash. And
those are your happy days.
those were my happy days, and we were able to drink.
back in like the 90s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
that was good stuff. Like 80s, you get some pretty good shit in the 80s.
Yeah,
But no, I mean, I listen to everything, but yeah.
I listened to everything up until like up through the '80s. Some early
Oh, speaking of which,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
Did you see that Aerosmith pulled the plug?
they're done.
They
That's it?
retired, yeah, because
Wow.
of Steven Tyler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured he's probably.
I mean,
The-
what is he? He's like
was a couple
almost
years ago.
90, isn't
Well, no, they were on a
He's like-
tour, and what happened
I'm
with
like,
the
this is
late
his voice
70s.
went bad. Something with his voice, and it's
Well,
not going to come
was,
back.
It was a couple years ago, a few years back, he fell off the stage.
Yeah,
That,
yeah. They
I'm
just
not sure how old he is. That's a good question.
I'm looking at it.
They got to be.
76.
I was going to say,
It seems like they should be older.
I
doesn't
feel like
it?
he's older than that, but
Yeah.
I guess not.
no, you're thinking of Keith Richards.
No, he's like 150.
Yes,
okay?
he is.
He was born
And
before
if
Betty
he's not,
White.
He looks like. it.
Now I gotta know.
But I think Mick and they've got to be in their
They're 80s.
early 80s.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say
No way. He's only 80.
Yeah, he's 80.
that would make sense.
No way.
Yeah.
They were probably about
God,
18.
he looks like he's like 300.
You
Well, he's
figure
a crib keeper.
if the if the Beatles were in 1964
64.
when they got popular,
Yeah.
they were
yes.
probably about 18, 19,
Yeah.
and that's 50 years ago.
Right.
Makes
So they're
sense,
about
yeah.
80. It seems like it's forever ago.
It does. It
You
really
know?
does.
But it stands to
It's
reason.
really not, I guess.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yep, exactly.
But he does look.
He looks it. He looks like he was born in the turn of the century, and I mean the last century.
He looks like he was born with
Yes, he was. He was one of the original wise guys, men,
Why?
because that guy is old.
Yeah.
So
No, I listen to everything though.
that's how I am. I will find anything interesting. I don't mind.
I just
There's
like
there's certain
music.
genres. Like I'm not like you said. Your daughter listens to the rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. My kids like that stuff.
Yeah.
That's not dad's
I don't
thing.
hate it.
But it's okay.
I'll
You know.
listen to it,
Yeah,
but
I don't mind.
hate it.
Michelle loves it. I'm like, she's weird.
Michelle?
Yeah, she listens to all this weird stuff. I'm like, the heck is the matter with you? You're like 57.
Oh, see,
what are you doing?
my two youngest, Ellie and Josie, they're really into the K-pop crap lately.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not all bad. I will
No,
say,
of course, yeah.
I will
I don't
say
mean to judge you.
there are some catchy Korean pop tunes that I could get down with, but it's like they sing in like English and then Korean and then it's like in Japanese and then they're like got some Australian accents going on and with this. It's really weird.
It is, yeah, but it's neat.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I agree with you. There's nothing wrong with it. You know,
it's definitely different. I was like 7.
Because now the new kids on the block are like 40.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. They're
not so new kids and not so old. Not so kids.
Dial him up. He might be on the way there.
It could be.
Like, hey, this girl needs tickets. Get her backstage passes.
Corey, can you hook her up?
Just get her on the bus. I'll just hide in like the back room when they come in. I'll be like, surprise!
Oh, that's so cool. That is, but I to me, like there are people that I know that are very music snobs. You know, like they only like certain things, or they turn their nose up. And I'll listen to anything. I don't mind.
Genres.
Yeah, I mean, I'll listen to any genre. I don't mind. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Like I have my own preferences, but I'll listen to anything.
Yeah, we were talking on the way over, and I was like, I have like 1 million like playlists on my Spotify account, but I really only have one that I listen to the most. But for the most part, I mean, I listen.
Everybody has their preferences, but you listen to anything. If you can listen to anything, to me that's how you should. I don't judge anybody for what they listen to. You enjoy what you listen to, and I will never look at you and say, "Oh, that's you can't. How can you listen to that?"
It's tonight.
It is tonight.
Oh, boy, that was quick.
Right,
they arrived. They're here.
I would definitely go. I just like concerts. So I like. You tell me there's a concert, and I can get tickets. I'll go.
The best years of my life when I used to go to see concerts.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say,
I haven't seen a concert in years.
The last time I was at the concert, because that was the thing in the 70s age. You had to get the shirt.
Yep.
And the shirts were only $10.
Exactly.
Now, what are they now?
Yeah.
$45-$50 for
really?
a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
you go
crazy.
It's like $10 for a beer that's like 7 ounces.
It's crazy. It really is.
It's stupid. Pay $350 for a piece of shit seat, and then you got
tell me about it.
$50 shirts, and then you're spending. You're looking to spend at least $600 when you go to a concert.
Oh, easy. And if you're going any place to go see the concert, we went with Michelle and myself and Jack and Tanya. We took the kids up to see Billy Joel at Madison Square Garden. That was not a cheap trip. I could tell you that.
I bet it wasn't.
No,
especially those tickets were probably not.
Yep, they were more than I've ever spent on a ticket to go to see somebody sing. And
I would love to see Billy Joel, though.
I loved it. It was great. One of my favorite singers. It's just one of my own preferences. And the kids were like, I was like, we should go see him. And they're like, yeah, we'll go with you. I was like, all right. I mean, I've never even been to New York City, like to go visit. Okay. I'm like, I've driven in New York City.
No reason to go to New York.
I was like, there's no reason. But Billy Joel was a reason. I mean, that was a good reason to go. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. Yeah, that was a great concert. I mean, I think I videoed every freaking song. I was on video and I was like, what the heck?
I mean, I did Garth Brooks in, where were we? State College a few years ago. More than a few years ago. It was like 10 years ago now.
Wow.
But
nice.
That was a really good show.
I bet. He was a great.
He's a fantastic.
Oh my word!
Like on stage, he is fantastic.
What a presence!
The energy is just like insane.
Yep.
Like,
That's
I don't know
great.
At his age, how he has that much energy.
Right. I know.
But he is just running constantly, just back and forth, back and forth.
It's amazing, and he's a great entertainer.
He is.
I mean, and a great singer. He's got a great voice.
Great voice.
You know, I mean, there's a lot of them that are out there that I listen to. And you're like, how in the world are they a singer? How in the world do they sound that good on record? That they just really in concert they're just
when you hear like their voices and they're all auto-tuned.
Yeah.
Like that, I hate.
Yep.
I will absolutely.
I want to hear you sing.
Yes.
I don't want to hear the computer
Stapleton,
sing.
He's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like love his voice is amazing.
That's what I've always found. The voices, and that's why I like Billy Joel, because Billy Joel's got a really great voice. Really good voice.
Yeah.
I like Michael Bublé. I like I like anybody who sings well. I'll listen to it. You're like, I'll give you my ear. I'll lend you my ear all the time. You know, it's like I love music that sings good. If you don't, I am a woman's countryman. Lend me your ears. I'm willing to lend you my ear if you sing well. Caesar, if you could sing, I'd listen. But you can't. So,
gentlemen, lend me your ears. That's a good movie.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it was.
Oh, man. My dad had me always watching the best movies. That and
That's
Blazing
awesome.
Saddles. We watched those a lot.
Yes.
Those are both excellent movies.
Fantastic. Classics.
We'll be able to watch them nowadays.
No,
Cancel.
unfortunately. Yep. Exactly. Oh yeah. You think about that so much
I
is
had my
today.
girl watch
This
Blazing
stuff.
Saddles like, 4 or 5 months ago. I was
They
like,
probably all dropped over like,
No.
Mom!
No, they're
That's-
all very much like
Normalized.
normalized. Yes, they're
There
not.
you go.
They're not woke.
Right.
We're not woke.
Yeah.
Right. So they watched it. They were laughing. They were like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah. I mean, when you think about the movies we watched when we were kids, the TV
Hell, when
shows
we grew
watched
up
when we were
with
kids.
Archie Bunker and George Sanford.
Yeah. And the Jeffersons.
Yes.
You ever
It's like,
see
what the
the
world?
old Mickey Mouse, like when he was in black and white?
Yes.
And he's got like the cheese going down the conveyor belt,
Uh-huh.
and then he's like poking holes in it. Right?
Yep.
He's poking holes in it with his. This is what we're watching as kids.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Like, I didn't realize that
We
until
had a- we-
literally I saw this meme about this whole thing, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, I remember
I'm not
watching
eating
that.
Swiss cheese ever again.
Right.
That's the first thing that went through my head.
Right.
No.
I was like, "This is what I was watching when I was 5."
Chicken cordon bleu? I don't think so. No Swiss cheese for me.
Maybe if you get a doctor's note, you could sue Disney.
Little Mickey Mouse's special sauce.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Oh, speaking of special sauce, we're going off topic.
Boy, we certainly are. It's just,
this is going.
The Boston Market.
yeah.
It's empty.
Oh, is it?
Chick-fil-A, I'm telling you, bro.
There you go. That's it.
I'm telling you,
That'd be a good
that's
spot.
got a thing with Chick-fil-A. I'm telling you, that's it.
That's our spot.
it. The building's there, man.
It's ready to rock and roll.
Turn
It's ready
key
to
and
do.
go. So we might be out of this podcast soon.
Yeah, we got our own bosses at Chick-fil-A. People will be lining up around the building just to see us.
They'll be coming off the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah,
Just to see us.
just to see us.
Podcast in the.
We could.
There you are.
We do a live podcast every day in
Right.
Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Swing through and get a chicken sandwich.
Yes, sir. Come on in.
Oh.
Drop in, say hello, and have a sandwich.
That's right. You
There
get all
you go.
them like random truck drivers walk in, just be on your podcast, be like, "This is what I saw today."
Yeah, basically, that's a truck stop there.
Yeah.
With Cabela's.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
park at Cabela's
you
and
see-
walk up.
Yeah, you see how many are in there. Shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Podcast all day, every day, doing that shit.
That'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Like
I
all
think
the,
it would be.
yeah, I mean, all of the ideas that you
If
come
I
up
could,
with to
if
do
I
this,
could make a living off of just doing this, that would be awesome. I would do it.
Tony does.
I was going to say, because we're
My
trying.
son.
I would do it.
It's
You
crazy.
can just sit here and around with some people for a couple hours. Like,
Yep.
why not?
I know. That's why I'm like,
Like, I like
are
it.
you serious? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
God
you
bless
know,
him. I'm happy for him. I
There's
really
just a
am.
bunch of
I think
Bigfoot
it's awesome.
Sasquatch. Once my kid tags one, and
Bring it in. It's all over.
it's over.
Then it's Dog Man. Then we got to go, looking for Dog Man, and we got to get the aliens, and we got the ghosts, and
There's all kinds of shit.
there's all
you
kinds of
can do.
paranormal stuff going on out there. Ship. It's more than just Bigfoot.
Ooh,
Got the Loch Ness
paranormal shows, the ghost shows.
That's what he does. What Tony does. It's called the Confessionals.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, he really enjoys it.
I wanted to get somebody out to do that when I was married to my ex.
Yeah.
When we moved in, it's on Forensic Files. Forensic Files did a show on it.
Wow.
The guy murdered his wife in our house.
Wow.
Strangled her to death with a dog leash.
That's
It's
scary.
called a tight leash on Forensic Files.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get the heck out. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to have paranormal because there was weird shit that happened in that house.
Oh, I
all
bet.
The time. And my ex was not a believer in this. So he was like, "Yeah, you're full of shit."
What? Yeah, I've always wondered what has to happen to somebody before they'll believe.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, you're living it.
Yeah.
You're living in the house, dude.
Like random toys that get 2:00 in the morning when everybody's asleep, just going off the toys you physically had to like be touching or like playing with.
Yeah, you have to
get
squeeze
make
the
noise.
hands or whatever to make it do its
Yeah,
thing.
it would randomly go off in the middle
Wow.
of the night. Like I would hear a lady screaming at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, like just blood curdling scream.
Wow.
It was weird.
That
there
is
was
weird.
a lot of weird stuff. Like
She's coming back. We're doing a show on
I
this.
know. We should do it. We should. We could do a paranormal podcast. We'll have you back. We
Yes.
really will. I think that'd be
I'm
cool. Hold on to that story. We hope everybody enjoyed this show. And if you enjoyed the show, what can they do?
Share the show. Share with
Share
everybody,
the show.
anybody, any coast, whatever. Just get the listenership up.
Just do it.
Get,
do it.
Amen. Get the listenership
So
up.
keep the hammer down, the hammer lane. Have a good night. Ciao.
Take care. Bye.